Welcome, my friends, to Tastes from the Road, the show where I cook my favorite dishes I've discovered on my travels around the world. Today we're starting with the country I'm currently living in, Albania, and their delectable beef kebab-like dish called Kernacka in the south of Albania, or Qofte in the rest of the country. To start off this recipe, we take one medium onion and chop it finely. You can opt for smaller or bigger pieces. I personally like the bigger ones because they give the final product some texture when it's all said and done. In Albania, you can find Qofte spice blends in pretty much every supermarket. But since this is a cooking show, let me show you how to make it. You're going to need half a tablespoon of ground black pepper, 1 whopping tablespoon of chili flakes. Of course, if you don't want it spicy, you don't need these. 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, salt to taste, and 4 cloves of garlic, which we are going to make into a paste. Albanian food is quite well spiced, as its Balkan origins give it influences from worldwide trade, being part of the Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, a colony of Italy, and now a modern European state historically. You're going to take that garlic and create a sort of paste with it. I like to put down a little bit of salt and mash it up until it gets a nice consistency. So now that we have our flavor enhancers ready to go, it's time to build our Qofte. We start with freshly minced ground beef. I have 500 grams, or about 1 pound, ready to go. Next, you're going to toss in your onions, followed by your Qofte spice blend. On top of that, you need to add a binder. I'm using half a cup of toasted corn flour because I don't eat gluten. Normally, Albanians would add breadcrumbs or bread soaked in milk. The last ingredient in the bowl is 1 egg cracked directly in. Oh yeah, and don't forget to add a half a cup of ice cold water to help everything get to know each other real well. And now, it's time for mixing. While I'm mixing this up, let me tell you a bit more about this dish. The whole Balkan region has very similar food with both national and then regional twists. This recipe actually comes from the city of Podgorets, which sits on the stunning Lake Ohrid in the southeastern part of Albania, sharing a border with northern Macedonia. You can find this dish in a typical Albanian restaurant called a zgara. These shops specialize in the easy and quick-to-eat dishes of Albania, typically kebabs, sausages also called sujuk, and chicken thrown on a hot grill and served up with fries, salad, and of course rich Albanian yogurt. A cold beer is a must at these spots. Once you've mixed for about 3 to 4 minutes and everything becomes nicely infused, it's time to roll these out into little sausage-like kebabs. It's a bit of a finicky process, but you'll find your way, I promise. If they are too wide, they end up cooking a bit like mini hamburgers, which in this case is not what we're looking for. Once your little Qofte are looking good, we need to put them in the fridge for about 20 minutes to firm up. Now, let's head over to the pan to fry them up. Find a cooking oil that doesn't burn too easily and set the pan to medium-high. You want to give them a nice crust on the outside without overcooking it and leaving the inside raw. They should cook about 1 minute on each side. As they are tubular, definitely roll them around the pan, and in 4 minutes, you should be rewarded with fully cooked Qofte. This dish can be both done in a pan and on a grill. I prefer them on a grill, but when they are fried in a pan, they get a nice little crust, which is, well, delicious. Also, you don't have a chance to burn the onions in the same way that you would on a grill, so that's a plus too. It's time to take these guys off the pan and get ready to serve. The best thing you can have with these little guys, in my opinion, is fresh yogurt called kos shtepje in Albanian. Sorry if I butchered that. You'd probably get close taking a middle fat yogurt and setting it over some cheesecloth until the excess water drains out. Add some olives and drizzle some olive oil over top, and you're in business. So, let's try these. Wow, these are really nice. You can really taste the grilled onions and the kick of chili pepper. You can use lamb or beef for this dish, but I prefer it with beef so it's not too gamey. You can also top this up with ivar, a Balkan pepper paste found all over the peninsula. Now that is good eats right there. All this needs now is a shot glass of Albanian Rocky, a couple good friends, and some traditional Balkan beets. Thank you guys for watching. Recipe is in the link in the description below, and we'll see you guys next week.